dear students, welcome to SR ICSE English tutorial. Today I will be doing explanation part 3, that is in the last explanation of Act 3 Scene 1 we have finished till where Brutus was talking to Antony's servant, and then Antony's servant went away to call Antony. Now here we will start from Brutus, that speech of Brutus and Cassius. Brutus says, I know that we shall have him well to a friend. That means, who is him here? It is referred to as Antony. So Brutus is saying to Cassius that I am very much convinced that Antony will become our friend. Next, now Cassius says, I wish that also. That means Cassius also hopes that. I wish we may. But yet I have a mind. There is a doubt in my mind that fears him much. I am afraid of him. I fear him greatly. And my misgiving still falls shrewdly to the purpose. My doubt may come out true. My doubt might come out true. Now Antony re-enters. Antony was there when Caesar was killed. He ran away from the Senate house or Capitol. Now he re-enters. And Brutus welcomes him. Brutus says, but here comes Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony. He welcomes Antony. Now Antony's speech. Antony says, O mighty Caesar, dost thou lie so low? Now Antony looks at the dead body of Caesar and says that you are lying on the ground. Your position is, you are so mighty, you are so powerful, your position is not on the ground. So such a powerful ruler is lying on the ground. So low means on the ground. Are all thy means your, all your conquest, glories, triumphs, all your achievements, conquest. That means all what you have conquered, all the places you have conquered, your glories. Glories means all your triumphs means victories. All your glorified success. Spoils means achievements or success. Shrunk to this little measure, reduced to the space which you are covering, your dead body is covering on the ground. Fare thee well. Now Antony continues. He wishes farewell to Julius Caesar. Now he talks to Brutus and Cassius. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is rank? So Antony is saying that I don't know what you intend. Who are gentlemen referred to Brutus and Cassius. He is saying that what you intend, what are your intentions? I don't understand. Who else must be let blood? Who else also must die? Along with Julius Caesar, I don't know your intentions, whom you are planning to kill. Who else is rank? That means who else you consider to be too full means next. Who else is, the rank means next to be killed. If I myself, if I am to be killed, if you think that you will kill me, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death hour. Then I will be happy. Rank here, I hope you understood. Who else must be blood. That means who else should be killed along with Caesar. Who else is rank? Rank means who is just next to be killed after Caesar. And if you have thought of my name, if you have thought that I am supposed to be killed, then I think for me it is the fittest hour, the most suitable hour, along with the death hour of Caesar. Nor no instrument of half that worth as your sword. First of all, this is a fittest hour to be dying with Caesar. Caesar is already dead. I will be happy if I die with him. And I think your swords are the most, most worthy, most notable swords to be killed by your instrument. Your instrument, that is sword, made rich with most noble blood. And why your swords are most suitable, most suitable or more worthy? Because it is made rich, it is smeared with, it is covered with blood of Caesar, that is most noble blood. What is referred to as noble blood? Noble blood is the blood of Caesar, because your swords are smeared with Caesar's blood. That is why your sword has become very worthy. I do beseech you, if you bear me hard. I do beseech you, I request you. Beseech means request. If you bear me hard now, whilst your purple's hand do reek and smoke, fulfill your pleasure. If you have any grudge, if you bear me hard, if you have any rage, any wrath, or any anger in your mind regarding me, any grudge against me, then please. Now, whilst purple hand, now still your hands are colored with purple, here means red color of the Caesar's blood, because they have killed him. Do reek and smoke. Do reek and smoke. Smoke means the blood is as if it's steaming out. Okay. Big dark with hot. Reek means hot. Hands do reek and steaming, as if the blood is steaming out because it is hot, because they have just killed Caesar. That is why the blood has not cooled down yet. Fulfill your pleasure. You please fulfill your desire. If you are having any desire, any intention to kill me in your mind, then please do that. Live 1,000 years, I shall not find in myself so apt to die. Living a life of 1,000 years, even if I live for 1,000 years, then I shall not find myself so apt to die, more ready to die. I may not be finding a fittest people to kill me, and such an readiness that I have in myself to die. No place will please me so, no place here where Caesar is lying down, where Caesar is dead. That is the place. No mean of death. No mean of death means no other, means way. No other way of death will be as here by Caesar, just next to Caesar, and by you cut off to be killed, okay, to be killed in your hands, the choice and the master spirits of this age. Who are the choice and masters? The choice and masters are the best, the noblest men. Here spirits means men of spirits of this age of Rome, the most powerful and influential and noblest people of Rome, that is Cassius and Brutus. Now Brutus says, O Antony, beg not your death of us. He says, please don't ask to die in our hands. Don't talk of death. Though now we must appear bloody and cruel, because if you look at our hands, if you look at our swords, we are looking cruel and bloody. We are looking as killers. We are looking as murderers. As by our hands, why? Because our hands are the color of Caesar's blood, red color. And by this our present act, that is killing of Caesar. You see, we do look like murderers. Yet you see but our hands and this bleeding business, murder of Caesar. Our hands, that is colored with red, that is having red color of Caesar's blood, they have done. So you might understand us, or you might take us as murderers who are cruel, who are interested in blood. Our hearts you see not, but you are only seeing our hearts. You are judging us. Don't judge us externally only by seeing our hands, Our hearts you see not. You are not seeing our hearts inside, what we are having in our mind. They are pitiful, they are sympathetic, they are very much sympathetic, and pity to the general wrong of Rome. We are sympathetic. Why? We are sympathetic to the pity. Pity means sympathetic, pitiful. That is the general wrong, that is the general suppression, that is the general suffering of Rome under the domination of Caesar. So we have taken this act just to address, we are pitiful, we are merciful, sympathetic towards the general suffering and oppression for the people of Rome in the hands of Julius Caesar. Brutus continues, as fire drives out fire, so pity, pity. So he says that as fire kills fire, pity for the wrong done by Caesar, so pity, pity hath done this deed on Caesar. So we are driven by pity and we are driven by the sympathy, by the general suffering of the people under the oppression of Caesar. That hath done this deed on Caesar. So we have killed Caesar. That is why we have killed Caesar. And then, for your part, to you your swords have leaden points. For your part means for you. For you, to you, our swords have leaden points. Leaden points, they are blunt. Blunt as a lead. Lead is a metal. So it's blunt as a lead, Mark Antony. That means our purpose is not to kill you. Our arms in strength of malice and our hearts of brother's temper do receive you with all love, kind love, good thoughts and reverence. Our arms in strength of malice. You can see the arms. Arms here means our hands. You may see our hands. It is hatred of Caesar because it is, smeared with or covered with the blood of Caesar. So you might see, but our hearts of brother's temper. But in our heart we had that brotherly love. We have that brotherly love and we receive you, welcome you. We too receive you, welcome you with all kinds of love, good thoughts and reverence means respect. So we don't have any malice for you, any evil thought, any grudge. We have lot of thoughts and admiration for you. Now Cassius says, your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignities. So he says that your voice means your opinion. Your opinion shall be strong. Strong means influential. Influential as any man. As any man means any man in disposing new dignities. New dignities you can give if it means now Caesar is dead. So now Caesar is dead, now they have to form a new authority, a new government. So he says we will give you equal value. Your opinion we will consider in disposing in giving or making new dignities, new appointments. Who you want to give position to whom? Brutus. Only be patient till we have appeased the multitude. He says, just wait, give us some time. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, whatever you have in your mind, but please hold on. Just we have to appease. Appease means we have to calm down. Now people are also, in a state of great fear, anxiety, confusion. So the multitude here means the people of Rome, the citizens of Rome besides themselves with fear, because people are now afraid, seeing this horrible deed that Caesar has been killed by us, they are now afraid. And then we will deliver you the cause, we will tell you the cause, the reason why I means Brutus, that did love Caesar. Caesar was very close, or the best friend of mine, when I struck him. What cause? What was the reason? What is the reason that I had to kill Caesar, thus have proceeded. Thus have proceeded to do such act. Have proceeded to murder Caesar. Antony. I doubt not of your wisdom. I do not have any doubt your wisdom in judgment, what you have decided. Let each man render me his bloody hand. Render means give your hands. Let me shake, and then shakes hand with the conspirators. So he says, no problem. I have full trust. I totally trust your judgment. That when you have killed Caesar, there must be some solid reason. There must be some noble cause behind your act. And then he shakes hand with conspirators. And Antony continues. He says, first Marcus Brutus, I'll shake hands with you. He shakes hands with you. Next Caius Cassius, do I take your hand? Now Decius Brutus yours, now yours Metellus, yours Cinna, and my valiant Casca yours. Though last, not last in love, yours good Trebonius. So he shakes hands with all the conspirators one by one. Now gentlemen all, alas, what shall I say? What shall I? That means he says that, what am I supposed to say? Why? My credit now stands on slippery ground, because at present my credit means my honor, my reputation. It is like, it is slippery ground. Slippery ground means that is not stable. Slippery ground means now right at this point, his reputation is not stable. Why he says so that his reputation is not stable? That one of two bad ways you must conceit me, because one of the two bad ways means one you may consider. Conceit me, consider me. There are two ways, that means either or. One is either coward, my reputation is either I am a coward or I am a flatterer. If I, that is why now you may call me, okay. So he says that my reputation right now is either you will call me or consider me a coward or a flatterer. That means I am shaking hands with you either out of fear, like a coward, I fear that you might kill me, or that I am a flatterer. Now because Caesar is dead, now I am flattering you to appease you, to make you happy, because now Caesar is gone. So as Caesar is gone, now I am joining hands with you. Just in means I am afraid of afraid of your powers. So either you might consider me who is a coward, so we are joining hands with you, or you can consider me as a flatterer who is joining hands with you. Antony continues. Now, he looks at Caesar's body again and he speaks. What he speaks? That I did love Caesar, thee, O Caesar, oh, 'tis true. If then thy spirit look upon us now, shall it not grieve thee dearer than thy death? To see Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, most noble in the presence of thy corse. So he says, Antony speaks that, looking at Caesar, that I loved you, there is no doubt. It is true. It is true that Caesar, I loved you. Then thy spirit look upon us now. And if your spirit, up here us means Antony only. Okay, if your spirit is looking at me, then it shall be pained, shall it not grieved. It will be more pained than the pain of your death. When your enemies killed you, when your friends killed you, all the conspirators who were your friends, they showed as if they were your friends. So that pain is not more than seeing me, seeing Antony joining hands or making peace with your killers, with your murderers. To see Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of the shaking hands with your enemies, most noble, that is that is honorable. To see, it would have seen more honorable in the peace in the presence of thy corpse. Corpse means corpse, dead body. In front of your dead body, yeah, I am shaking hands with your killers, with your murderers. Now Antony again continues. He speaks to Caesar's body. He continues to speak to Caesar's body. He says, had I as many eyes as thou hast wounds, if I had so many eyes compared to the wounds on your dead body, weeping as fast as the streaming forth thy blood. So still the wound is, oozing out blood. Blood is still flowing from his wounds. So he says, if I could weep, if I could have so many eyes as compared to the wounds of your body that is bleeding, and my eyes to weep faster than the bleeding, it would become me better than to close. That means it would have been honorable. It would have been more honorable. It would become me better. It would have been more honorable than to close in terms of friendship with thine enemies. Then it would have been more honorable than shaking hands or making peace with your enemies. That is the right thing to do, to weep on your death, to cry profusely, hugely on your death, than shaking hands with your enemies. Pardon me, Julius, here wast thou bade, brave heart. So he says that here only he asks forgiveness from Caesar. He says, pardon me. And then he compares Caesar to a hart, H-A-R-T. Hart means a deer. Deer who have been killed by, or means hunters, and conspirators are hunters. So he says that brave deer, Caesar was bayed. Bayed means trapped. Okay, bayed means here trapped and hunted down by the enemies. Next, here didst thou fail. So he says, here didst thou fall. You have fallen down here. That means hunted down here. He, as I told you, he compared him in the forest, deer of the forest. And here thy hunters stand. Who are the hunters? Hunters refer to the conspirators. They are standing signed in thy spoil. Signed means the blood in their hand with the sign of spoil. Here means success. Success, why? Because they have hunted you down. And crimsoned in thy red color of your blood in their hand, in thy lethe. Lethe means lifeblood. So your hunters are standing here with great success, hunting you down, and the proof is your blood is in their hand. Next, Antony continues to speak to the Caesar's body. O world, thou was the forest to this heart. Forest means it is like a forest where it is full of hunters. For this brave heart, for this deer, and this indeed, O world, the heart of thee, and it looks like here heart will be means heart of a deer. That heart of a deer was hunted or killed. How like a deer strucken by many princes dost thou here lie. So previously he compared the conspirators with hunters, and now he is comparing the conspirators with princes just out of their whims. Okay, just they are fond of hunting, so they have hunted down this deer. Now Cassius, I blame you not for praising Caesar so. Praising Caesar like this. I don't blame you for praising Caesar. He is calling Caesar a innocent deer. So, and then he says that, but what impact mean you have with us? He's saying, it's okay, I know you love Caesar, you are a blind follower of Caesar, so it's very quite common to praise Caesar like this. But tell me one thing, compact. Here, compact means what relation you want to have with us, what impact. Compact here means you can say agreement. You have to come to a common agreement you want to have with us. What do you think of us? What do you want to do with us? Will you be pricked in the number of our friends? Pricked in the number means in the list. In the list of our friends, should we tick you as our friend? Or shall we on? Will you be pricked in the number of our friends, or shall we on? Shall we on means can we include you among our friends, or should we on means on with our business. That means should we carry on with our business and not depend you. Not depend you means cannot consider you as a friend. We won't be means we should not expect any help from your side. Next, Antony continues to speak. Therefore I took your hands, that is why I shook hands with you, Antony says, but was indeed swayed from the points by looking down on Caesar. I came here with the purpose to make friends with you, but I got carried away, swayed away from my points. I got carried away. I got emotional. I became emotional looking down at Caesar's dead body. Friends, I am with you and love you all upon this hope that you shall give me reasons. I am your friends, and I love you all as a friend. I trust you. But I only one hope I have, that you will give me proper reason. You will tell me your intentions. Why? What was the reason, and wherein? Why for? Wherefore? Why? Was Caesar so dangerous? Was Caesar so dangerous that he had to be killed? That you had to murder Caesar? In which way? In which way did you consider Caesar so dangerous that he had to give his life? Next, Brutus. Now, or else, if we could not satisfy you with our answer. You are asking for reason. Now, what if we cannot satisfy you with our answer? This a savage spectacle. So, will it appear to you, if we could not justify ourselves with our answer, if we could not give a satisfying reply or answer to your to your question, that in which way Caesar was dangerous, this is a savage spectacle, then you will consider this as a brutal murder. Or our reason are so full and good of good regard that you were Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied. So he says that what if our reasons are, and he says here, Brutus says that our reason are so full of good regard, and I give you this much guarantee, I promise you that we will give you reason that is full regard. Full regard means that is so justified, that will appear you so genuine, our reasons, that you son of Caesar, he compares, that he says that even if you were Caesar's son, not his friend, then you should be satisfied. This much I can say, that the reason, the cause we will give you, it will be so satisfying, it will be so justified and so genuine that even if you were Caesar's son, you would have been satisfied. Then Antony says, that's all I seek, that's all I want to know, and am moreover suitor that I may be, and am moreover suitor. Suitor is one who has some request. Okay, a pleader. A plead. He comes with a pleading that I may produce this body to the marketplace. Shall I want your permission. Please give this permission if you let me take Caesar's body to the marketplace and in the pulpit as becomes a friend speak in order of his funeral. So if I can give a funeral speech, allow me to produce Caesar's body in public where I can give a funeral speech to honor, just in honor of Caesar's body or Caesar's death. Brutus, you shall, Mark Antony, he gives permission that yes, you can do that. Now Cassius. Cassius says, Brutus, a word with you. He, the moment Brutus gives permission to this man, Antony, instantly Cassius says, Brutus, I want to have a word with you. Now aside, he speaks to Brutus. You know not what you do. You don't know what you are doing, Brutus. Do not consent. Do not consent. Do not give permission to this man, this Antony. Don't give such permission. That Antony speaks in funeral. Don't allow Antony to speak to give a funeral speech. Know you not how much the people may be moved. People may be moved. That means here he says that it might affect people's mind by that which he will utter. He will utter, that means it shows that Antony has he's a good speaker. So he might convince people, he might influence the people against us. You don't know what he's going to say. Don't allow this. Brutus says to Cassius, by our pardon. By our pardon means I will, he says that I will first, don't worry, I will myself into the pulpit first and show the reason of our Caesar's death. But don't worry, he says to Cassius, because I will be speaking first, not Antony. I will speak to the people before Antony in the pulpit, in a stage sort of a thing. And show the reason of our Caesar's death. I will tell people about the real cause. Why did we murder Caesar? What Antony shall speak, I will protest. And then he says that I will speak. Okay, first I will speak and fully first impress people by giving good reason for Caesar's murder. And then I shall say, I will announce. What Antony shall speak, I will protest. Protest here means I will announce to the people what he is going to speak by leave. Speak by leave means when I leave the stage and by our permission, that whatever Antony is speaking, it is our words. It is what we want to say. And that we are consented, Caesar shall have all the rites and lawful ceremonies. He will be having a very good funeral. And then we will give Caesar. So don't worry, because I will already announce. I will be going to the pulpit first. I will be speaking to the people. And then I will only announce that now Antony will give the speech with our permission. Whatever he will say, it is our words. It is with the permission. He is speaking whatever we want. That is those words are our words. And then after speaking, we will give a good funeral with all rituals and rites, and a very, means lawful here means with proper rites. With all proper rites and correct ceremonies, it shall advantage more than do us wrong. And then people will be convinced that we have not done any harm to Caesar. People will be happy to know, and everything will go in our favor. People's opinion will come in our favor, and then they will not harm us. Then Cassius aside to Brutus, he is still speaking to Brutus. I know not what may fall, I like it not. He says, I still can't, I don't know what will happen. So, and I still don't like it. Brutus, now he speaks to Mark Antony. Mark Antony, here take your Caesar's body. Point now, he gives all the terms and conditions. He says, you shall not in funeral speech blame us. That is point 1. that you are giving, I am allowing you to speak in the funeral, fine, but you will not blame us. But speak all good you can devise of Caesar. You can devise of Caesar, you can think of Caesar, but yes, you can do it. You will give funeral speech only to praise Caesar. Whatever way you want, speak all good. All good means appreciate, praise Caesar. And say you do it by our permission, and you will say it that your speech, your whatever you are saying it with our permission. Else, shall you not have any hand at all about his funerals? Else I will not allow you say, otherwise you will not have any part, you will not participate, I will not allow you to participate or have any hand, means you can't do anything about his funeral, then I will not allow you to participate, you are not participating in the funeral. And you shall speak in the same pulpit whereto I am going. You will not go to some different place. You have to speak on the particular stage where I speak. After my speech is ended, after my speech is over, then you can speak. Next. Antony, be it so. I do desire no more. He says, yes, yes, I just want to give funeral speech, that's all, and it will be what means, it will be in the right way as you want. I desire no more. I don't have any other desire. I don't want anything else. Brutus, prepare the body then and follow us. He says, okay, fine, then prepare the body and follow us. Everyone exits except Antony. So Brutus, Cassius, all the conspirators, they go away. All the people present in the Senate house, they go away. Only Antony remains with Caesar's body inside the Senate house. So I stop my explanation till here. In the next video, that is part 4. As I told you, Act 3 Scene 1 will be coming in 4 parts because it's a very lengthy scene. So this is the 3rd part that you are watching now. So 4th part or the last part will be coming soon in the next video. So it's to be continued, and if you have liked my explanation, then kindly share to your friends. And thank you all for watching. Meet you in the next video.